Hey everybody, welcome. If I haven't met you yet, I'm Anna. I am going to be leading you through a flow for strength and vitality. We've had some grounding and calming and centering flows, and I thought it might be nice to move around a little bit and get your blood pumping if you're cooped up indoors. So we'll start like we always start my classes in a comfortable seat. You can float your eyes closed or just rest the gaze comfortably and softly at a point. And let's bring the hands together in prayer right away. Taking a moment to focus in and see how the body feels today. Celebrate the strength and vitality of the physical body and, of course, the beautiful spirit residing within your physical body. And taking a moment to offer up an intention for this practice. We'll open our practice together with the sound of 3 ohms. Deep breath in. So take your hands behind you, step your feet out in front of you, and just start to fold the knees side to side. And you can take this at any pace that you want, but I'm going to suggest maybe a more flowing pace to start to get some movement into the joints and the blood flowing. And the next time your knees fall off to the left, place your left hand behind your thigh and lift it up. And we'll do that 2 more times. Go ahead and swing to the other side. Let the knees fall right and lift. Here's 2. And 1 more. And then take your feet a little closer, hands a little closer, fingertips forward, root through the hands and feet. Take your inhale and exhale, lift. Inhale. And exhale, inhale, and exhale. We'll start to add on. So turn your left fingertips behind you and then place your forearm right in line with your nose. And as you inhale, prep. As you exhale, come on up and over as though you wanted to touch your left hand. Inhale, lower. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, exhale. And we'll do 2 more. Last one. Coming to the other side, the right fingertips point back. You're trying to keep your left forearm in line with the center of your face. Inhale to prep. Exhale, rainbow up and over. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Last 2. As you lower across your ankles, roll over your feet, and let's bring it up to hands and knees. Hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. See if you can untuck your toes, tops of the feet touching down. And on your inhale, drop your belly. On your exhale, round up, separate the shoulder blades. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. And start to move yourself through a few more of these on your own, and feel free to go a little bit more free form, moving around in any way that feels nice here, following the breath, closing the eyes if that's helpful, just kind of exploring movement through the spine, syncing up with the breathing. In the next few rounds of breathing, start to make your way back toward a child's pose, and as you settle back, stretch long through the arms. Your forehead can root down for a moment. Take some breaths that move the back. And with your next inhale, tuck under the toes, and exhale, lift the hips up for downward facing dog. Keep a little bend in the knees here. You can pedal out the legs one at a time, let the hips wiggle, shake out the head a bit. And then keeping a good amount of bend in your knees, start a slow walk to the top of the mat. Take your time with that. When you get to the top of the mat, walk your feet to about your hips distance. Hold on to your opposite elbows. The head can hang. You can sway a little bit side to side. And carefully shift forward and back. Releasing your elbows, keep that soft bend in the knees, bring your hands to your hips and start a slow rise up to stand. Your head will be the last thing up. Once you're up to standing, feet underneath the hips, hands to prayer at the heart, standing tall and arriving. Hook your thumbs, your palms will face forward and you'll take a little scoop through chair pose. As you rise up to stand, stretch the arms back, separate and turn the palms, really slowly working that rotation of the shoulders. When the hands come behind you, interlace them. Wrap back through the shoulder heads, lift through the heart, and then softly fold forward over the legs. The knees can bend any amount here. Start to release the hands, slide them to the shins to rise halfway up. And as you exhale, touch down the fingertips and step your left toes back. Keep your toes tucked under on that back foot and set the left knee down, looking a little forward and maybe even a little up. And then as you exhale, lift the hips, lengthen both legs. Inhale to bend the knees, looking a little up. Exhale to lengthen. And one more time, inhale, bend. And exhale, lengthen. Bend just the right knee. Set the left knee down. Reach the arms up, go a little bit more squared off through the lunge, tailbone long. You can untuck the toes or keep those back toes tucked under, hands alongside the shoulders, and as you exhale, press forward as the belly and ribs knit back, breathing into the front of the left hip. As you exhale, place the hands around the front foot, shift the right foot back, and press the sole of the foot to the sky. Try to keep your pelvis really stable, knit the ribs up and in. Turning the right knee out to the side, draw the knee alongside the right arm, and then underneath you, pulling it a little more forward. And then we'll wind that the other way, out to the side, up to the sky. Good, out to the side, forward, and underneath you, out to the side, and back up to that donkey kick. And we'll do that one more time, drawing out to the side, underneath you, and then out to the side and back up to the sky. Set that knee down, walk the hands a little further forward. Inhale to tuck under the toes, exhale to lift the hips, finding down dog. With your next inhale, roll forward to plank pose. Turn the gaze a little forward of the fingertips, long and strong through the arms and spine. And as you exhale, knees down or in a straight line, come all the way to the belly. Flip to the tops of the feet. Walk the hands by the ribs. Inhale for a little baby cobra. And exhale, lower. Inhale, lifting again. You can lift a little higher if you'd like. And exhale, lower. And your third inhale can be another cobra, or you can press the arms straight, root through the tops of the feet, hug outer ankles in. And with your exhale, come on back to down dog. Take a breath or two here. Move around a little bit more if you'd like to. And with your next inhale, lift to tiptoes, look up. As you exhale, walk or hop your feet to the top of the mat. Hands to the shins, rise halfway up. Fold a little deeper. Hook the thumbs, scoop through a kind of a chair pose shape, rise all the way up to stand, stretch up. Separate the hands, circle the arms behind you. And when your hands reach behind your back, clasp them. And bow forward over the legs. The knees can bend. Releasing your hands, inhale to rise halfway up, and then touch your right toes back. From here, the right toes stay tucked under, your right knee touches down, you look a little forward, and then you lift the hips and lengthen. 2 more times. The knees bend, hips heavy, look a little forward and up, and lengthen. And one more time, bend, and lengthen. Bend your left knee, release your right knee down. Untuck the right toes, take a walk up to the top of the left knee, square off that lunge shape. Arms come up, belly and ribs knit back. Hands alongside the shoulders, and as you exhale, press forward as the belly and ribs drop back. Take one more breath here. And then plant your hands around the front foot, shifting into that donkey kick shape. Press the sole of the foot up to the sky. Draw it around to the side and underneath you, maybe slightly further forward. Then around to the side and back up. Good. Drawing out to the side and underneath. And then around to the side and back up. One more of those hip cars, controlled articular rotation, coming underneath, and then out to the side and back up. Setting your left knee alongside your right, walk the hands a little forward, again, tuck under the toes, and let an exhale lift your hips high. With your inhale, ripple forward to plank again, look a little forward, and knees can always come down first. You can lower halfway down or all the way down, your choice. Your inhale is your choice of cobra or up dog, and your exhale returns you to down dog. Take a moment, root the inner edges of the hands as well as the outer edges of the hands, and soften the muscles alongside the neck. With your inhale, lift to tiptoes, look forward. With your exhale, walk or hop your feet forward. Inhale, rise halfway. Exhale, fold in. Once again, hook the thumbs, take a little bend through the knees. Start to separate the arms, circle behind you, and this time land the hands around the hips, fingertips forward or fingertips up. Lift, maybe bend the knees a little bit, broad through the chest, and then soft through the knees as you bow forward. You can catch the backs of the legs if you'd like. Inhale to rise halfway. One exhale, step your feet back to plank and lower, or hop back and land halfway down if you'd like. Inhale to your cobra or up dog, and exhale to down dog. Find 3 generous breaths here. Really let the breath move through the body. You have one more good breath right here. With your inhale, lift to tiptoes, look forward. With your exhale, take a walk or a hop forward. Inhale to rise halfway. And exhale to fold a little deeper. Hook the thumbs, take a little bend through the knees, rise up to stand, stretch back. Circle the hands behind you, rest them on the low back, fingertips forward or up. Leaning back, maybe looking up a little bit. And then soft knees as you begin to bow forward. Releasing your hands, inhale, rise halfway. And as you exhale, step back the left toes, stay on the tiptoes, and let the arms rise up. So similar to what we did when the knee was on the floor, we're going to go long through the spine, put a little bit of a bend into this left knee, and let the hands draw alongside the shoulders. As you exhale, press forward as the belly and ribs draw back. For more of a challenge, that left knee can draw a little closer to the earth. Start to frame around the front foot, lift up the hips, lengthen both legs, and then step the right foot back to meet the left. From down dog, you can stay there and breathe, or you can take yourself through a vinyasa, your choice. I chose cobra. From there, lift your right leg up to the sky, and then as you exhale, step your right foot inside of your right hand. Back heel down. Let's come to a warrior 1. Your stance can be a little shorter. It can be more hips distance, arms sweep up. And again, carve out that air behind you. So really work the rotation of the arms, and then find the clasp of the hands. Wrap back the shoulders, lift the heart. And as you exhale, bow forward, humble warrior. See if the head and neck can relax, maybe look toward your back foot. See if the palms of the hands can come a little closer. Take yourself through one more good breath here. And on your inhale, sweep back up. Let's push the right leg straight, lengthen the arms, and hop the back foot even a tiny bit closer. Hips drawing back, palms flying back and pressing up to the sky. Your upper body is long and strong. Take one more really good breath here. And then tent down the fingertips and spin up to the back tiptoes. You're going to do your best with this. We're going to move a little bit here. As you're ready, pushing off of the back tiptoes, shift forward. See if you can touch your left toe with your right hand. We'll do that a couple times, shifting forward and back. One more time, shift forward and back. And then we'll bring that into a twist. So lengthen it out. Turn your right arm up to the sky. From there, the left knee can come down. The right leg can come back. We'll swim the right arm up and over, lifting through those top ribs. And then circle it down to plank. Take a vinyasa if you'd like, or skip it and take a few breaths in your down dog. With your next inhale, lift to tiptoes, look up. And exhale, walk or hop your feet up. Inhale, rise halfway. Exhale, fold in. Hook the thumbs, take a little bend through the knees. Rise up to stand, stretch back. As you exhale, dive forward. Clasp your hands behind you, bow over the legs. Release the hands, inhale, rise halfway. And touch back your right toes. Stay on the tiptoes, let the arms rise up. Put a little bend into the right knee longer through the tailbone, so a bit more squared. Hands alongside the shoulders. And as you exhale, press forward as the belly and ribs draw back. If you want more of a challenge, that right knee bends a little bit more. And then begin to frame around that front foot, lift up the hips, lengthen the left leg. Step the left foot back to meet the right. Hang out there or take your vinyasa, your choice. From your down dog, raise your left leg to the sky, and then curl in and step your left foot inside of your left hand. Slightly shorter and more hips distance stance for warrior one. Arms rising. Circle your hands behind you, interlace them. Reach back through the knuckles, lift through the heart, and with your exhale, bow in. Easier through the head and neck. Look toward the back foot. Hug the shoulder blades a little closer. On your inhale, come back up. Free the arms. And then pressing that left leg straight, maybe go even a tiny bit shorter through the stance, hips back, crown forward, palms pressing up, strong, supported core. One more really good breath here. Touch down the fingertips. You can wiggle those right toes a little back. I'm going to scoot away from my harmonium so I don't kick it. And you're pushing off of those right toes. Just give it a try, see what happens. Shift through, touch your right toes, and step it back. We'll try two more. Last one. As you step back, find that twist. Right hand to the earth, left hand to the sky. Put the right knee down. Step the left foot to the back of the mat. Rainbow up and over, so you're working through the side core a little bit more. One more breath. And then lower. Take a vinyasa if you want to move a little bit, or find your way to down dog. Take a breath, and we'll take this flow and add on and change it around one more time. On your inhale, lift to tiptoes, look up. On your exhale, step or hop your feet up. Inhale to rise halfway. Exhale to fold a little deeper. Start to hook the thumbs. Take a bend through the knees, rise up to stand. Stretch back. Separate, this time hands to the low back. Wrap back the shoulders. Lift through the heart. Soften the knees. Bow forward over the legs. Inhale, rise halfway. Exhale, step back the left toes. Rising up to your high lunge, put a little bend through that left knee. So before we worked with the hands pressing forward, which you can do again, or if you want to try, you're just reaching in the direction of the left heel. It's likely that you won't get super close to it, and you're still going to have a big challenge there no matter where you end up. I'm shaking. You probably are too. As you exhale, place your hands around the front foot. Lift up the hips, lengthen the legs, and step back to your down dog. If you want to play with a three-legged dog, play with a three-legged vinyasa, play with the chin stand up, just like Urbanoma's open. You can do that, and then we'll bring it back to down dog. Take an inhale to raise the right leg high and step the right foot inside of the right hand. So come now to a warrior two stance. So it's a little bit longer. Right knee is aiming in line with the right toes, arms stretch out nice and long. Take it into a peaceful warrior. And as you exhale, right forearm to the right thigh, the left arm can rise. And then you can start to swim it up and over. Feeling again that work through the side core. Rooting through the back foot. You can play with right hand touching down, right hand reaching forward. One more breath. On your inhale, rise up. We'll tip it back to peaceful. Push that right leg long. Come upright, hop your back foot a little closer. Hips draw back, crown draws forward. And take a long time with this landing. So again, you're working core stability. And then lightly land that right hand when you're ready. And you can kind of test out, do I need my right hand? Maybe it comes all the way to half prayer at the heart. You have one more breath. Rise up, let's tip it back to peaceful. And then as you exhale, we'll shift it into the balance. And again, maybe you engage from the core and delay the landing of the right hand, or don't even use the right hand. The left arm rises if you want to try. The right hand can come to half prayer at the heart. You have one more breath here. Put a little bend into the knee, take a big step back. Peaceful warrior, breathing in, and then cartwheel down around your front foot. So again, I'm going to inch back a little bit. Start to flip up to the back tiptoe, start to bend into the left knee. Shift forward and touch, and step it back. Two more times. Forward, and back, forward, and back. Start to lengthen that out into your twist. And we'll start the same way. So your left knee comes down, your right foot steps back. You can do what we did last time. Or you can place your forearm down, stagger the feet, and work on lifting to arc the whole body. One more breath. Lower, walk it up to plank and through a vinyasa, or skip that and head right to down dog. Last side. When you are ready, lift to tiptoes, look up, and then exhale to push off and walk or hop forward. Inhale, rise halfway, and exhale, fold. So last time, hook the thumbs, take a little bend through the knees, rise to stand. This time, separate and place the hands at the low back, lifting a bit more through the heart, leaning back, soft through the knees as you bow forward. Inhale to rise halfway. Exhale, step back your right toes and sweep the arms up. So again, you're welcome to work that little press that we did last time. Otherwise, perhaps a bit more of a bend in the knee, working the quad. Reach back, lean back, see what you can do. Frame the hands around the front foot, lift the hips, lengthen the legs, and step back to your down dog. You can take three-legged down dog, three-legged vinyasa, a couple little chin stand hops. That's all I got today. Inhaling to your cobra or your up dog, and we'll meet in down dog. From there, raise your left leg to the sky and step your left foot forward. We'll come to warrior two. I'll have my back to you for a moment. Take it to peaceful, and then place your left forearm to the left thigh. The right arm rises. You can swim it up and over. Feel that arc up into the left rib cage, working through the obliques. If you want to play with the left hand reaching lower or even reaching forward, you can add that on. One more breath. On your inhale, rise up, tip back to peaceful. Press your left leg long, come upright. Hop your back foot in a touch, drawing long through the spine. Support through the core and land that left hand really lightly. And as you hang out in the shape, if you want to float that left hand or bring it all the way up to half prayer at the heart, you can. Rising up, we'll take it back to peaceful warrior. And as you exhale, shift it into your balance. Maybe you don't use the left hand, up to you. Maybe you bring it up to half prayer. Little bend in the knee, big step back. Inhale to peaceful. And as you exhale, cartwheel down. Spin up to the back tiptoes. And one more time, working fluidly through this. Right foot forward, give it a tap, step it back. Right foot forward, step it back. And one more time, step it forward and back. Place the right hand down, turn the left arm to the sky. We'll start with the right knee down, stepping that left foot back. You can stay here or place the forearm down, stagger the feet, and lift a little bit more. Lowering, take it through a vinyasa, and from there, knees to the mat, hips to the heels, child's pose. Take a breath or two there, and we'll rise up just for one back bend. So setting up on your shins, you're welcome to tuck under the toes. Hands, as we've worked them already today, can be either interlaced or holding the hips, fingertips up or forward, lifting through the heart, broad through the collarbones, supporting the heart through the movement and opening of the back ribs. If you'd like, you can reach to the heels. You can untuck the toes. And we have 2 more big breaths here. Last deep breath. Heavy through the lower legs, so reach down to rise up. You can sit on your heels, or if you've got a block available, sit on a block. Just take a moment with a long spine to breathe deeply. Then go ahead and shift your hips to one side, swing your legs in front of you. And so hands alongside the hips, pressing the spine nice and tall. A little bit of engagement all the way around the core, front side and back of the core. Arms rise, tilt forward on the sitting bones, bend the knees as much as you need to. It's fine if you reach the feet, it's not a big deal if you don't. Just one breath here. And then rising up, and place your hands behind you. You get to decide if you want to have your feet down, knees bent, or legs long. In either case, we're lifting the hips, reverse table or reverse plank. Collarbones broad. And one more good breath here. Lower the hips. Reset the Dandasana. So getting the spine long and the core engaged. Let the arms rise. And fold in once again. And we'll stay for a little bit longer this time. Maybe you let your head and neck relax. Feel long through the neck. Feel broad through the upper back. Staying here for as many breaths as you would like. And then when you're ready to go, nice easy roll up. The knees can bend so that you can roll onto your back. And a little twist side to side might feel nice, similar to what we started with, knees washing side to side. And when you're ready to go, legs stretch out nice and long, arms wide at the sides of the body. A couple deep breaths to settle you in, and enjoy a little bit of rest time.